Dear students, as I told you that our topic is called water masses. Water masses, this is a part of the earth, which is called hydrosphere. In order to call this the earth, it consists of four things: hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, and lithosphere. But our topic is called water masses, and they belong to the subtopic or to the topic or to the part of the earth which is called the hydrosphere. But atmosphere, as I told you, that is belong to the topic which is called climatology. But lithosphere, we have not yet to describe it. I think it's just based, it's not thinking, it's just based on geomorphology or physical geography. Geomorphology or physical geography. Therefore, according to this water masses is having with the different subtopic. We started with river, with different types of river. We described about ocean. In the ocean here, there is the coastal or coral reef. Coral reef. We described it. Therefore, we have to discuss about wreck. Dear students, what is the meaning of wreck? I think you have heard the meaning or the word wreck. Wreck is a part of water bodies. And these water bodies, it can be swamp in nature, pond in nature, river in nature, sea in nature, lake in nature, or ocean in nature. But wreck, this is a hole filled with water. Some wrecks are large and others are small. Therefore, wreck, this is a hole or a basin or a depression which can be scarce in nature. But wherever these holes will be filled with water, we obtain wreck. Some are permanent, but others are temporary. Here I'm just meaning that there are some wrecks which can be existing throughout the year or all over. It's just taking place throughout. It's just present. But there are some wrecks which can be existing for a short period of time. Or the hole can be filled with water during raining. But after the rain to cut off, even itself can be cutting. Therefore, there is some wreck which can be existing for a few months, but there is some wrecks which can be existing through or throughout. It's just present. Other are temporary. For instance, wrecks at Tanganyika, Turkana, Victoria, and the others which you know yourself. It can be of permanent or of temporary. Classification of wrecks. Wrecks are classified according to origin or mode of formation as follows. Firstly, according to tectonic forces. Dear students, I think you know the meaning of tectonic forces. Tectonic forces, this is a part or of the factors that influence for the earth movement, whereby material is just diverging to each other. Wherever will be separating or diverging or displacing to each other can cause for the formation of wreck. According to this one, these tectonic forces are the forces operating in the earth crust, which can cause the occurrence of faults, ponds, or volcanicity. Under this criteria, the following types of sea wrecks can be obtained. Dear students, before to go to observe these types according to mode of formation are the tectonic, but you have to remind yourself the meaning of tectonic. As I told you that tectonic forces, these are forces that cause with the earth movement, where the landmass which was plain in nature can be separated to each other and cause for formation of valley, basin, or other materials. Wherever the landmass will be changed or diverged to each other and cause for the valley formation, and this valley wherever will be filled with water, we obtain wreck. Or, for instance, there is a basin due to the earth movement, either upwarping or downwarping. For instance, the basin which is caused with downwarping can be formed, or wherever this basin will be filled with water, we obtain rake. Therefore, according to plate tectonic or tectonic forces, below are some rake which is made with according to tectonic forces. First is Rift Valley. Dear students, if we have been discovered about geomorphology, and this word geomorphology is consisting of 3 words. There is geo, morpho, and log. Therefore, geomorphology is the study of landform on the Earth's surface. But this landform, it can be formed in terms of earth movement or diastrophism, either in terms of vertically or horizontally. Therefore, this how the rake can be made in terms of Rift Valley rake. When the material will be moving horizontally, either in terms of tension forces or compression forces, can lead for the formation of valley. For instance, tension forces. This is when material is just diverging to each other or displaced to each other, and cause for the formation of fracturing or faulting. This faulting, due to the divergence of material, can lead for the formation of valley. Therefore, wherever this valley will be filled with water, we obtain rake at the Rift Valley rake. Therefore, these are the rake formed after the tensional forces have occupied taking place, causing Rift Valley to develop. When the valley are filled with water, they form a lake called Rift Valley Lake. For instance, Tanganyika, Turkana, Edward, Ayers, and so on. And it's just shown with this structure. Another lake formed according to tectonic is downwarping lakes. Downwarping lakes, this is a part of earth movement in terms of vertically. The earth wherever will be moving vertically, either in terms of upwarping, it can cause for landform which is called the block mountaineers. But wherever the earth will be moving in terms of downwarping, therefore, it can cause for the saucer-like structure at the mid or at the basin. Wherever this basin or this hole will be filled with water, we obtain downward movement or downwarping rake. For instance, rake, Victoria rake, Kyoga rake, and Chad rake. These are some of rakes which is caused with downwarping rake. Therefore, according to the description, these are the basin lake formed after the occurrence of downwarping of the natural forces. When a depression occurs and then filled with water, it is called downwarping lakes. These lakes are usually shallow and gentle. Therefore, in terms of downwarping lake, like basin lake, like what I told you, the Kyoga, Victoria, Chad lake is among of basin lake. This lake is shallow in nature in terms of deepness, is shallow in nature. But that which we observed for valley is deeper in nature, is assumed of 1 kilometer and above downwards or vertically. But this basin, even 5 meters is impossible to reach it. For instance, Victoria, most of the areas of the mid is just 50 or 60 meters. But for the valley is more 1 kilometer vertically. Therefore, this Victoria at the basin one is shallow in nature, but valley is deeper in nature. Another, according to tectonic or earth movement, is crater lake. Dear students, you have to remind yourself, wherever you have discovered about geomorphology or physical geography, about the earth movement or diastrophism, I think you have been discovered a subtopic which is called the volcanicity, especially to the area of volcanoes. Crater This is the hollow-like structure which is formed after the molten materials to come on the Earth's surface and to cool and to undergo solidification. But after this cooling and solidification, some materials it should be sinking down and cause for a hollow-like structure to form a hollow at the top of mountaineers. For instance, at the mid of mountaineers, after this material to be cooling and to undergo solidification, within these molten materials, because they have not yet to undergo cooling due to the presence of outside air, therefore, the upper parts, it should be cooling and to undergo solidification, whereby within have not yet to be cooled and to undergo solidification. Therefore, it can cause for sinking of material and cause for the depression at the mid. Wherever this area will be filled with water, we obtain crater lake or caldera, because caldera and a crater is likely to each other. The only difference is that caldera is large in size than the crater. Therefore, even this is caused with earth movement, because the material from within the earth crust was erupted and come on the earth surface as lava, and caused for the sinking and caused for the hollow-like structure. Wherever this hollow will be filled, we obtain crater or caldera lake. Dear students, according to the description, is just shown like this structure. Another is lava dome lake. Dear students, lava dome lake, these are also formed by the tectonic forces which allow the passing of magma through a vent or fissures. Usually magma reaches the surface. It's become as a lava, which lava met to the stream or river. It can block it and hinder its flow. Hence the river will whereby the river water will accumulate and form a lake. Dear students, you have to remind yourself the meaning of lava. Lava, this is a material which was magma in nature. No, was molten in nature, but after to be erupted on the earth's surface, which can be passing in the area of weakness, for instance, vent or fissure. But after to reach on the earth's surface, this material, it should be cooling and to undergo solidification. For instance, this structure, this material at the volcanoes or molten material have been erupted and passed through the vent or to the fissures and come on the earth's surface and to form a hill-like structure as the lava. But wherever there is a stream or channel or tributary or a river is just passing through to this area, and there is the material which have been obstructed this channel. Therefore, most of the material will be accumulated to this area and the cause for the lake formation, because this river was passing with its journey, but due to the eruption of lava or formation of lava is just acted as the hindrance, and therefore this river it can prolong accumulation of different water in this area and the cause for the formation of lava dome lake is just shown in like this structure. Another causes of lake according to mode of formation is according to erosion. You have to remind yourself this lava dome lake, crater or caldera lake, downwarping lakes, and the Rift Valley lakes. This is the kind of lake according to tectonic forces or to the earth movement. But according to erosion, how the erosion, as erosion caused with the river, caused with the wind action, can cause for the formation of lake. Therefore, you have to reason or you have to be keen so as to get a lot of knowledge. Lake according to erosion. A, lakes formed by glaciers erosion, for instance, Sac Lake, Carriers Lakes, or according to erosion, there is some features which can be described. For instance, we have to start with the Sac Lake. or lake formed by glacial erosion. For instance, Sack Lake or Carrier's Lake. These are the lake formed after the glacier or glacial has been eroded at the sides of mountains and make a flounce-like structure. When this glacier melts, the whole becomes filled with water. For instance, Tana lakes in Kenya. This is come when most of this lake is just taking place to the area of high mountainous or to the area of polar where there is a kuru. Therefore, there are some areas along these mountainous whereby there is deposition of glaciers or snow or moraine. Therefore, because the moraine, these are materials is like to alluvial which is eroded with snow. Therefore, wherever this area is just deposited with snow or ice, wherever will be mated and cause for the U-shaped or can cause a hollow, wherever this mating materials or mating of ice can cause for the deposition of water and the form for a lake. Because this lake, it can be large in nature or small in nature. A through lake or ribbon lakes or finger lakes, these are the lake after water to have occupied a glaciated U-shaped valley. This water can result from either mate of ice or river. This kind of lake is just taking place to the polar region whereby there is difference. Mountains is just forming at the spurs and form at the U-shaped valley. Wherever this valley, for instance, along these spurs, there is some deposition of materials or deposition of snow. Wherever this snow will be mating, it can cause for the water to deposit or to be accumulated to this U-shaped valley. Not only that, but also even streams or river can be draining its water to this depression or to this U-shaped valley, especially to the area of polar region. It's just showing like this structure. Another, due to erosion, is the local basin lake. These are the lake formed after the glacier has formed a hole on the sides of rock by scattering action or planking process. When the glacier met, it formed a lake in 30 hollows. It's just showing like this structure.